Hello, isolation protocol day 93. Yeah, 93, maybe. Yeah, 93. We'll just call it that. Because numbers have stopped meaning anything at this point. Uh, there's some kind of an animal in my backyard, so the dogs are going crazy, so please excuse the barking. I'd like to thank my sister for my cute little background here. It wasn't wrinkled when she gave it to me. The wrinkles were because I set it down for a bit while I looked for something to hang it up with, and the dogs thought it was a dog bed. So yeah, they're in trouble. I threw them outside. They discovered something in the corner. I am. I saw a quick glimpse of it, and it is either a young possum or a very large rat. Either way, they can have at it. They won't. They'll just sit there and bark at it till it leaves, but it's kind of cornered, so whatever. I'll bring the dogs in after a while just to shut them up. Uh, let's see. When I started to throw them out and they heard something in the backyard, they were over there, the noise was over there, my knitting is right here, and now I've got a great big tangle. Yeah, they got their toenails caught in the ball of yarn and kept running anyway, tied themselves up. Have you ever seen a fat pit bull hog tie herself? Yeah, funny, absolutely hilarious. What was worse is that the two of them tied their feet around each other's feet, so it was crazy. Anyhow, I got the dogs untangled from the yarn, but the yarn is still tangled around itself, so, and around the coffee table leg. So yeah, um, it's going to be a while before I can get that untangled. Let's see. I got a package from Konstanz Silverbow's jewelry sale. Absolutely love the way she packages things. Let me put the lid back on. Adorable box. Isn't that cute? I know it's getting all flashed out there. Uh, the earrings, they are actually purple. They don't look it in this light, but they are actually purple and clear glass, so the sunlight shines through them if I'm outside wearing them. And really, they just gleam purple. Really cute. Can't wait to have some kind of excuse to get out of the house to wear them. Maybe I'll just wear them next time I've been wearing the pearls that my sister gave me, so. In addition to the cute boxes, she also wraps them up in these really pretty organza bags. Um, the one thing that really drew me to her jewelry sale, and yeah, had to have it, was this big leaf pendant. Yep, gorgeous. Just stunning detail on that leaf. It is not showing up very well, but it is just stunning. It is so translucent. It is a natural stone, but it is so translucent it's almost like glass with golden tint to it. And then the other pair of earrings, well, not the other because I got quite a few, but dragons and swords. Aren't those cute? Yes. Again, I cannot wait to have some kind of event that I can wear those to. Um, go back outside, Sally, go back outside. Outside, or I will trim your toenails. Yep, I have toenail trimmers and I'm not afraid to use them. Go outside when there he goes. Yeah, I tried trimming his toenails earlier today. Yeah, got 3 of them done. And yeah, nearly killed myself doing it. So let's put those back. All right. Tuesday. Tuesday was yesterday. I had a splitting headache, and then my daughter came over to deliver the stuff that Constance had mailed to her house because Carrie's got a nice, secure lobby in her apartment building, and I've got an open porch in a bad neighborhood. So thank you, Constance, for sending all of our stuff to Carrie. She brought it by on her way home from work, and We sat at opposite ends of the porch and chatted with the box in front of us and showed each other off our jewelry. It was a lot of fun. I cannot wait to start socializing again. Yeah, especially since my brother-in-law is a fabulous cook. He can cook anything on a grill. He's got a grill, a smoker, a really nice barbecue. It's just, yeah, he can. And he's taught sister number one. He's actually with sister number six, but they also live with sister number one, and he's taught number one how to do some really spicy, flavorful dry rubs and stuff. So she will prepare the meat for him, and when he comes home, he throws it on the grill, and I usually try to have dinner over there, once a week. But it's been about 100 days or so since I've done that, so yeah, looking forward to Rodney's barbecues again. Uh, but yesterday was Tuesday, and I didn't get a chance to do my Tuesday reading, and I really kind of want to start doing a uh, schedule of some sort, try and get myself to remember what days it is at least. Um, I did remember to take the trash out on Monday night, so it was out at the curb. Took it out Sunday night by mistake, but that's all right. Um, it got picked up on time and on time. I am the first top corner of the far edge of the Tuesday pickups. So yeah, my house is the third house to get picked up, which means 6:05 that trash truck is out there. If I don't have it out the night before, there's no way I can wake up early enough to get it out in the morning. So yeah, trash has got to go out the night before. Well, we went out 2 nights before. Close enough. Anyhow, so Tuesday, in addition to being trash pickup day, is supposed to be reading day, and I didn't read. So I'm going to be reading another scene from Girl Unseen, and this is one where it's a couple of scenes after Reese and Mr. Fields were in his classroom after school, and he touched her hand and told her to do something, and she yelled at him, "Don't push me," or whatever, and uh, really startled him, and he knocked over a desk backing up so fast. So yeah. Anyhow, Reese wants to apologize to him for overreacting and yelling at him, and yeah, this is the scene that shows how things don't quite always work out like that. Oh, if I could see. Reese was looking forward to school, even seeing Mr. Fields again. She had worried all weekend about not telling him that he hadn't done anything wrong. All he had done was touch her wrist. After she thought about it, she realized he was just trying to be nice, and she overreacted. He was just trying to tell her she was good at math and drawing. She was the one who freaked out and scared him. She changed into a crinkly dress after PE class. That should be wrinkly, sorry. It was probably incredibly short on Tishka, but hung down nearly to her knees. Maybe if she looked a little nicer, he would realize she wasn't totally crazy? Maybe. She looked up and down the hall, hoping to see Mr. Fields before class, but Tishka saw her first. "That is way too long on you. I have this woman who will shorten it." "It's fine, Tishka. I like dresses a little longer." "Whatever. Kinda tragic, though. You got great legs. You know, considering you're short. Small short, not dumpy short. You know what I mean, right? And it's a great color on you." Thanks." As confusing as Tishka's convoluted statement was, Reese understood that it was really supposed to be a compliment. Tishka didn't seem like the type of girl who gave compliments often. She just didn't know how to do it. "So, how was your dance competition?" Tishka brightened up. "I got first in the solo and in my group jazz number, but the duo with Chelsea, ugh, that girl never practices. I'm getting so sick of that Red Hot Chili Peppers song just because I am sick of dancing with her to it. Are you coming over this afternoon?" When Reese took too long to answer, Tishka started begging. Her mom was still there. Veronique, had her French lessons. Dance classes had been canceled to let everyone else up, the rest up after the competition. Dad was even going to be home. Finally, Reese assured her that she would be there. The bell rang, and Reese reached into her bag to find her notebook. It wasn't there. She tried to pay attention in class, but was mentally retracing her steps to try and figure out where she might have left it. She knew she had it in homework club. She had drawn a picture in it. She didn't remember seeing it at the sleepover, but she actually hadn't looked. When she reached the math class, it suddenly came back to her. She had set it down on the windowsill, and it wasn't there now. She felt a little sick. If Mr. Fields looked inside and had seen her drawing, she would have to transfer to another class. That was all. She thought about the drawing. In it, she had given him a crown of vines and flowers with a large butterfly in the center. Her fear intensified when he passed out the previous week's homework and test. He set them gently on her desk along with her notebook. A small sticky note was on the notebook. Reese, please see me after school. She squeezed in "Not today" on the side of the note and stuck it onto her classwork. He was very careful not to give her any more or less attention than the other students during class. Although he did seem to be looking at her more, she talked herself into believing she was imagining it. And her back was itching again. She was just being jumpy, she knew it. After class, she set the paper with the note on his desk and took off while he was still erasing the board. Uh, that's the end of that scene, but I think I'm going to go on because the next scene is really interesting. And I just wanted to go through the scene again because this is where things start really changing. It felt like school would never end, but at last Tishka pulled Reese into the limo and they headed toward the hills. Thanks for coming. I just don't want to be alone with my parents today. Well, any day, actually, you know? There wasn't a chance that they would be alone. It looked like another party was going on, and again the driver let them out behind the house, away from prying eyes. As they headed up the service stairs, Tishka stopped at a small window. Oh, good. At least this one is casual, a pool party. I'm sure I have a suit that will fit you. Can you swim? Without taking no for an answer, Tishka made Reese try on a dozen bikinis before she found one that she liked on her. Reese wanted to cover herself up. Um, it's a little? Nonsense. It looks like it was made for you, and I'd kill, I'd kill for your skin and your figure. Reese felt like a naked twig next to Tishka. It was only marginally better when they each wrapped up in sarongs and headed downstairs. They walked around, greeting people. Tishka's dad was pretending to man the grill, although Reese recognized the cook's assistant standing very nearby. Her mom was surrounded by admirers, most speaking French. She and Tishka did their odd little finger-touchy thing. Then Tishka turned back to Reese. There, that's done. We can swim now. She tossed the sarong on a lounge chair and dove into the pool, where half a dozen others were already bobbing around. Reese got in a lot more cautiously, afraid the tiny bikini wouldn't stay on. They just floated around for a while, then began having races and splashing each other. Reese managed to forget that there were other people around, and she just had fun. As they were climbing out, Tishka grabbed Reese's hair. You have a tattoo? Reese pulled her hair out of Tishka's hands. No, I don't. I think I would know if I had a tattoo. Tishka pulled her cell phone out of the pile of towels and sarongs. Turn around, lift your hair. Reese did as asked, flipping her wet hair over her shoulder. In a moment, Tishka shoved her phone in her face. See? The photo on the screen was definitely her back. She was wearing that tiny teal bikini, and in the center of her back was a small green and yellow butterfly tattoo, right where she had been itching for the past week. Actually, it wasn't that small. It was about twice the size of a real butterfly. How did that get there? I wish my mom would let me get a tattoo. Don't even think it. Tishka's father put the plates into the girl's hands. No tattoos. Ever. Besides, that looks like one of those fake rub-on tattoos. Way too much detail for a real tattoo. Reese wrapped up in the sarong, making sure it covered the butterfly. Thank you, Senator Wyland. This looks delicious. After he left, Tishka hissed at her. You don't have to be nice to him. He's just my dad. You could have told him that you're a vegetarian. Reese looked at the plate. It was heaped high with ribs, chicken, and a few limp leaves of what was probably supposed to be a salad. After stopping by the kitchen to trade the pile of meat for something that she could eat, Reese followed her friend upstairs. Now that is a real tattoo. I know it is. When did you get it? Reese shook her head. I didn't even know it was there, I swear. I never saw it before. Tishka stared at her for a moment. Okay, so maybe it was done when you were too little to remember. My dad thinks if I get a tattoo, it will make him seem like a bad father and no one will vote for him again. And Mama thinks anyone who marks up their body like that will never make it as an actress. I'm going to get one as soon as I turn 18, just to bug them. A butterfly would be perfect. That's probably not the best reason to get a tattoo. You should get one because you want to, not because someone else doesn't want you to. Mr. Fields has a tattoo. Reese shivered, but she wasn't sure if she was cold or if it was the mention of the mysterious teacher. She hid it by acting as casual as she could. Really? Have you seen it? Not really seen it, but last year at the school's spring fling carnival, he had volunteered for the dunking booth, and when he got dunked, you could kind of see through his shirt. It's big and colorful. Fills his whole back. Veronica said he was probably wearing a printed t-shirt under his shirt, but I don't think so. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, my dance teacher said it would be okay if you came to class on Thursday. It's an intermediate class, but I'm sure you'll do fine. You can at least watch if you don't feel like dancing. And I got Mama to agree to pay for lessons if you decide to keep going. That will be so much fun. I take ballet on Mondays with Veronica. She's terrible. Oh, crap, I'm babbling, aren't I? Reese nodded. I'm sorry, it's just that this is the first time both my parents have been home in months, and, well, uh, after Reese looked around and found the empty tissue box had been replaced with two new boxes. Tishka caught her eye and laughed. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that again. You really should talk about it. Not not with you. Tishka spun around to look at Reese, dropping her hairbrush. I didn't mean it like that. It's just that you're the only person who doesn't know, and it's nice. I mean, you could look it up anywhere if you wanted to. You might have already. Reese shook her head. I wouldn't do that if you don't want me to. I must sound like a spoiled brat. No, Reese lied, then immediately felt guilty. Well, maybe just a little. But I can tell it's really bad and it involves your mom or your dad or both, which reminded Reese of Mr. Fields for some reason. Suddenly her back started itching and she began squirming. You okay? Yeah, my back itches right where I can't reach. You mean like right on your tattoo? You won't tell anyone about it, will you? Tishka threw Reese's own words back at her with a sigh. Friends don't do that kind of thing. Okay, that is the middle of chapter 10 or so. Um, so, yeah, that's where things kind of change. And that's it for today's uh, yeah, isolation protocols. And I noticed that my fake little bookcase banner has fallen, so I'm going to have to find a better way to hang that up. Um, and the dogs got into the trash while I was reading, so I'm going to have to pick that up and throw them out. And I got a lot of stuff I got to do now. All right, so that's it for today. Check out Konstanz Silverbow in the. I'll put a link for her Facebook page in the comments. So if you've got Facebook, check her out. She is a fabulous author. Really writes some really fun stories, really um, mm, intriguing. Uh, yeah, intriguing is a good word. They really kind of capture your attention, and you really just need to find out what's going to happen. So that's it. Catch you hopefully nope, not tomorrow. I'm busy all day tomorrow with doctor's appointments again. But yeah, maybe I'll see if I squeeze in a video tomorrow. All right, bye.